Join us now in Israel for The Real Story, brought to you by www.israelvision.tv.
Shalom, my name is Dr. Jay Rawlings, and today I'm bringing you The Real Story, and I'm calling it A Light in the Darkness. You know, David Ben-Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, was once asked, "What is your favorite Bible verse?" And in his typical brisk manner, he replied, "I have two favorite passages. First is Isaiah 49:6, which says, 'You shall be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Israel, and to restore the preserved ones of Israel. I will also give you as a light to the Gentiles, that you should be my salvation to the ends of the earth.'" And my second favorite verse is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the love chapter, which says, "Love never fails." And from the outset, Israel's prophetic destiny has been to bring the light of salvation through the Bible and, of course, through the Messiah to the Gentile nations who sit in darkness. This is not a popular calling or task. And over the centuries, Israel and the Jewish people have been hated and reviled, which I believe is directly connected to this chosen status. As my dear friend Rabbi Riskin says concerning the last 2,000 years of Jewish history, until the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948, we Jews were helplessly hounded from pillar to post by nations of the world until we stood alone in the midst of the Nazis' attempted total genocide. Even now, with the establishment of our state, when we have the ability to defend ourselves, we, and not the allies of Iran and Al-Qaeda, have again become the whipping boys not only of the Arab bloc, but also of the European Union, the United Nations, and even the American president. Yes, we still stand in isolation, but how can we ever understand this? History is again repeating itself. Now it's Israel that is held in contempt. Why did Hitler and all anti-Semites throughout history revile the Jews? Well, we know that fascist Hitler believed in his Aryan supremacy and that might makes right, and that his phony Third Reich would actually conquer all. But there was one fly in the ointment, and that fly was the Jews, who believed in a principle derived from the patriarch Abraham 4,000 years ago and written in Genesis chapter 18 that says compassionate righteousness and moral justice will eventually cover the world. However, Hitler could not deny that the Jews, the most powerless of people at the time, had nevertheless suffered the persecutions of Egypt, Persia, Greece, Rome, 500 years of Inquisition in Spain, the Ottoman Empire, and militant Islam. This illogical persecution gives credence to the fact that the Jews are God's witnesses, entrusted with honoring the Ten Commandments, teaching eternal life-giving truths of love, compassion, and morality to all of mankind. Among the few personal effects found in the Berlin bunker where Hitler committed suicide was the Jewish holy writ from the Passover Talmud, Pesachim. The failed Führer probably believed he was burying the Bible. Instead, the Bible buried him. This is Jay Rawlings for The Real Story.